Boeing 767 has proven to be an exceptional plane to fly on and also operate with. With a healthy range and better economics than the 747, it was the pioneer of the twin-jet ETOPS and enabled more airlines to operate on a point-to-point model. In the 1970s, the 747 entered commercial service and revolutionized the way we travel. With its big passenger capacity and the low cost of jet fuel at that time, suddenly flying became more affordable for a much larger proportion of society. But not every airline wanted to operate something quite so large. Airlines wanted a twin-aisle configuration, but in something more manageable and more suited to replacing the workhorse, the Boeing 707. Codenamed the 7X7, the development of the 767 began just 2 years after the launch of the 747. Now, while these developments are exciting news for passengers, a key question remains to be asked. When so many airlines are phasing out their aging 767s, why are Delta and United doubling down on them? The average age of both United and Delta's 767s is almost 22 years. United 767s are the oldest planes in their entire fleet, whereas Deltas are the second behind the Airbus A320s inherited from Northwest. American is already in the phase of retiring its entire fleet of 767s by 2021, and while Boeing still produces the freighter version of the 767, the last time a passenger model rolled off the assembly line was in 2012. Only two major European carriers, Austrian Airlines and Condor, still operate the 767. Simply put, the 767 is an aging plane, and most airlines are deciding to accelerate its retirement if they haven't already done so. The 767 aircraft burns far more fuel per seat than most of its recent counterparts. This alone might seem like a good reason to accelerate its retirement, but these aircraft have already been bought and paid for by the airlines. Keeping them in service for a few more years is clearly worth it from a cost-benefit perspective, despite their below-average fuel efficiency. But the age and the outsized fuel burn doesn't necessarily have to correlate with the negative customer experience. Despite the fact that the cabins on many 767s are outdated, the relatively narrow fuselage compared to other twin-aisle jets means that most airlines arrange their economy on their 767s in a 2-3-2 layout, giving passengers an easy configuration to deal with than they might have on a different wide-body jet like the 777, which most likely is in a 3-4-3 layout. Now, United and Delta clearly see their 767s not as a burden, but as an opportunity to keep making money by flying the planes that can still turn a profit with updated cabins. United and Delta is slowly replacing their 767s with newer aircraft like the 787, the A350 and the A330-900, thereby reducing fuel burn per seat and also providing a better passenger experience. Now, it's worth mentioning the early 2000s saw the beginning of the end of the 767. The economic downturn meant that airlines were pushing for greater efficiency for their long-haul aircraft, and such Boeing began working on their 787, which would be built from composite materials for a 20% greater fuel efficiency. By 2010, there were just 3 net orders for the 767, and it looked like the production would end. However, when FedEx placed an order for 27 of the type, boosting this by 19 more in 2012. In 2015, another UPS order came with 50, with options for 50 more. However, the market for the passenger variant had completely dried up. Despite speculation that Boeing could restart production on the passenger variant of the 767 to fill the gap of the proposed NMA, the company has been adamant that no more passenger 767s will be produced. On the freighter side, the orders from UPS and FedEx assure Boeing of the 767's productions through 2025 at least. So, with airlines now retiring the plane, the passenger version of the 767 is likely to become something of a rarity at airports around the world. However, there is good news that the freighter version at least, that will be seeing plenty of the 767s for many years to come. So captains, do share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, like and subscribe, watch for my other videos if you're interested, and I'll catch you guys very soon.